Well, good Monday morning, my tribe, my XRP army, everybody out there in YouTube land. Hope you all had a great weekend. Mine was good. Say, how about that silver, huh? Let's talk about silver. Let's talk about XRP. So silver last night hit a high on the American spot market of $111.22. Wow. Wow. And I keep saying, and I will keep saying, and I do believe that silver is showing what XRP will do. XRP may do it more violently. But silver has shown itself for the commodity asset that it is. The attempts at raising margins and papering over the price of silver have failed lately. And I believe silver's just going to keep running. That's my belief. I believe it's going to continue to go up. I believe that enough that I continue to purchase in it. Let's do a little mini unboxing, shall we? So my second to last order, I'm still awaiting a roll of dimes, and I think there's might be something else in that order or not. Maybe it's just a roll of dimes. My last order, I ordered a few silver eagles and some $half. And on AppMex, they showed any quantity of both items. So I ordered 4 $half to kind of fill out my order, so to speak, to the amount that I wanted to get. And sent it the check, waited for the return, came back, and it was missing some items. On the website, it said any quantity. But the one item was lined out on my receipt, and they had this rubber stamp thing in red saying, dude, in order to expedite your order, we have, blah, blah, blah. We partial filled. I'm like, wow. You know why they partial filled? Because they didn't have it, even though their website said any quantity. Now, Economic Ninja, Travis Bahima over at Economic Ninja, he says there's plenty of silver and that there is no shortage whatsoever. You go to any coin store, I think he says pawn shop, there's no lines out the door. Okay, I don't use pawn shops. As far as I have found, that is the most expensive way to purchase silver and gold. Every time I've gone and looked at pawn shops, that the prices are astronomical. Same thing with Continental Coin, my local, it's a coin jewelry shop. Their prices are considerably higher than what I can get at AppMex or a place like Texas Precious Metals, which I've dealt with before, and I think they're a good organization. But their prices are significantly higher. So why would I buy there? And I'm unless you're just going out to buy a dime at a time, why would you go to a pawn shop? You go to a dealer, a coin dealer, or a reputable major outlet like AppMex. The prices are just going to be better. Yeah, I got to wait a few weeks. The turnaround time is 3 to 4 weeks. It takes a week for them to get the check. It takes a few days for them to cash the check, a few days more to ship it, and then a week of shipping. So it takes a little while turnaround. And yeah, at a coin shop or a pawn shop, you're gonna walk in and put your money down and walk out. Yeah, okay, I get that. But they partial filled, and then they sent me my 4 $half separately. Why? Because they didn't have it after they said on their website that it was there. Okay, a couple days go by. Yeah, I get it. But the point is, pawn shops may still have it. And as the price gets higher and higher and higher, people will be looking for better and better deals. So they're going to get away from pawn shops and drive more towards AppMex. Why? Because the price is less. In my opinion, significantly less. What's significant? Well, $10 less on a Silver Eagle per unit. That's significant to me. So that's what you'll see. So I don't think that analogy that there's no lines outside of pawn shops is a good one. I don't believe that. AppMex had trouble fulfilling my last order, and it was a small order. It looks like supplies are getting constricted. How constricted? I don't know. That was my experience. Real world experience there. There will come a time when XRP has that same experience. And in order to benefit from that, you need to be in the game right now. Oh, but the price is down so much. Yeah, great buying opportunity. Hey, folks, my average right now is $2.20. I'm still upside down, still. And I'm okay with that. Why? I bought silver and then immediately became upside down. There was a time when every 2 weeks I was buying 10-ounce bars. And I'd buy a 10-ounce bar and it'd come in and I'd see the price drop below the point at which I bought. I don't know, what was it? I pay $145 for that 10-ounce bar. And then the price would drop down by a little bit. And it would 50 cents or to $1, and all of a sudden it should have been $130 instead of $140, and I'm kicking myself in the butt for not waiting. I'm not kicking myself in the butt today at $111. I don't care. And I never really cared anyways, because silver to me is a last ditch against government printing. Put in the comments down below why you hold silver, why you would hold silver. Put it in the comments below why you hold XRP. I also bought some Algorand over the weekend, and very uncharacteristically of me, I purchased it during a low. My initial purchase was during a low. Usually my initial purchases are higher, and then I go upside down. So thank you to my wife for telling me that she's held Algorand for a while. It was my first purchase, and I bought it at 11. So I bought a little bit more. Yay me. I looked at a yearly chart, and 1 year ago it was 41 cents. So yeah, folks, you gotta get rid of your mentality that money is there to give you short-term gratification in the, ooh, I got a new car, ooh, got a new big screen TV. No, be disciplined. Break those chains and make your money work for you. Even if there's a short-term loss, there'll be losses and gains all along the way. Will silver pull back to 100? Maybe. Will it pull back to 90? Maybe it pulls back all the way to 70. I don't know, and I don't care. I was still buying silver at $102 per eagle, and I might buy it $122 per eagle. I think it's 122, 125 right now on AppMex. Probably buy a little bit more. I'm buying less and less. Who cares if you buy XRP at $2.05 and it drops to $1.91? Who cares? You're buying the future financial system of the world. Can you imagine if you could go back to 1913 and buy stock in the Federal Reserve, a private corporation? What's that stock worth today? They've never issued any more. What's it worth today? That you own the interest rights on hundreds of trillions of dollars. Think about that. Let that sink in. If you could own the interest rights on hundreds of trillions of dollars, is it sinking in? The kind of wealth you would have? Mind-boggling amounts of money and power. I believe XRP provides that. Maybe not to the great extent that the Federal Reserve stock certificates would buy, because there's more of them. And according to Brad Garlinghouse, XRP is not supposed to take over the world. He wants to get between 10 and 15% of the SWIFT market. I think there's a whole lot more potential there. I may be wrong, but I'd take 10 to 15%. I would take $1,000. Hey, you know what? Hey, XRP, $100,000 today, please. But I would take $1,000. Heck, I'd be tickled pink for $500. I would be I will be very, very wealthy when XRP goes to $500. Learn the lesson silver is teaching you now. XRP is going to become scarce. There are tranches that are released every single month in order for Ripple to fund their operations, and then the rest gets relocked for 33 months, and then they'll be re-released. And those amounts are going to get smaller and smaller and smaller after the last date. I seem to recall looking it up once last year, early last year, and the number was April 26 or something would be the last original release of XRP. I don't know. I gotta look that up again. If you know, put it in the comments section down below. Thank you. Also, like, subscribe, and share. Share this video out. Please hit the like button. It really helps the algorithm. This is getting long-winded. God bless y'all. Take care, and I'm out.